Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. So today we're going to do a little chit chat, and then I think we're going to do like a little I don't know, maybe like 15-minute journaling sesh. I think it'll probably take me like 15 minutes because I'm not going to like journal in detail, but today I'm going to be using, like I always do, I'm actually going to be using my Canon QX20, which I have a video link below of like how to actually use it, how the pictures are, making a comparison with the CP1500. So before I got on camera, I went ahead and changed the paper to the square paper because I was noticing using the card, like the card paper, meaning like the size I was using, the 2x3, I didn't really like my pictures elongated, which pretty much like, I didn't like them looking like rectangular. I wanted them more in like a square shape. So hopefully when I use this and to print out 4 pictures, it'll have like that square shape feature that I was looking for. So today, me and my son, he'd been bugging me like all week going out. He's like, hey, I want to go out to, I just want to go out. So I was like, okay. And he kind of knows like, this is kind of like my go out paycheck. Not so much. I don't know if that makes sense, but so my leisure check, well, I don't have a leisure check, but my check, just put it like this, because I'm trying to explain it too much. So I get paid twice a month, and my first check of the month, I'm able to like take him out, maybe go buy him like 1 or 2 things with, just do something with him throughout the, just do something with him for the weekend. And that's just on my good pay weeks. So because he knows that the second check of the month, we cannot do absolutely anything because my car note, car insurance, health insurance, all comes out of one check, and it basically like garbles my whole check pretty much. Like those 3 bills alone literally garnishes like 3/4 of my check. And mind you, I work at a nonprofit organization, so it's not like I'm making 90K. And you know, it would be so different if I made 90K, but I wish I did. Maybe I need to manifest it. Anyway, so to just kind of give you a little update on just basically life, really just like chit chat with y'all face to face, tell you all what's going on with my boring life. Socially, still don't have a man. I'm just joking. Socially, yeah, I just pretty much work, come home, I do my reading journal, I do my bookish channel, and y'all know I'm literally loving my bookish channel. So if you're into like reading vlogs, bookish things, my other channel is Eliza is Reading. And you will literally see me doing face-to-face videos all the time because I have to on that particular channel. And I've only had that channel since last year of July. I think July 21st was my first actual video. So right now on that channel, I have, I think like 4,079 subscribers. So at first the momentum was like really high. I was like getting subscribers like crazy, but of course, YouTube, the algorithm will let you know like you're only famous for a while, and then you're not famous anymore after you reach like a certain point. And then you start seeing people like unsubscribe, or you start seeing like less viewers, which for that particular channel, it's like I care, but I really don't care. Like I'm getting to the point I don't really, it's so many other things in this world to worry about that I'm trying to like focus less on, you know, whether people are subscribing or unsubscribing. I'm just trying to focus less on that. Even on my Instagram page, I'm really focusing on just quality content, you know, and if 50 people like it, oh well, whatever, I post it. So it doesn't even matter anymore. Because I'm only posting on Instagram out of obligation. And that's because I'm an affiliate for, several brands, or I PR for several brands. So of course, even though YouTube is actually a lot better, especially with getting my content out, because if 50 people see it on YouTube, it's like, okay, 50 people saw it. But it's like it takes more effort on Instagram for people to actually see it, because sometimes on YouTube, like, my videos may be suggested to my followers, my subscribers already. So that makes it a lot easier for people to actually view my content. But on Instagram, if you think about it, say you're following 1,000 people. So literally, your post probably would never be seen by that person unless that person interacts with you like all the time. But anyway, that was just like, I don't know where that came from. But if y'all hear my voice, like, I'm still, I don't know, like, sick. So I went to the health food store today, and I'm gonna actually show y'all what I got. So I got some echinacea. So echinacea is good for, specifically, I got it for allergy and rhinitis. I think that's like I don't know if like that's the scientific name for it, but it's good for like rhinitis, allergy, sinuses. So I particularly got it for my sinuses. So because y'all, I have no idea what's going on. It seems like I'll feel better, and then like I have this like coughing spell like all day or all week. If y'all can hear my voice, it's almost like my throat is so dry. And because I've coughed for 4 weeks straight, there's like no mucus lining my esophagus. So it's so dry. I have to like drink water just to talk. So I specifically got echinacea for my sinuses, but I ended up getting pretty much like the loose leaf, because y'all already know like the echinacea that comes in the tea bags is like the remnants. I don't know if people know that or not, but the tea bags, the little crumbs like that from the tea, that's what's in the tea bag, is the crumbs. So I actually went and got some loose leaf, because I'm going to be drinking this every single day for my sinuses. And it just seems like I have like a cold again, because my mom was like, you sound stuffy. And yesterday I was sneezing and coughing, So I got that, and I'm going to tell y'all where I got it from. I got this stuff from, if you are in like the Atlanta area and looking for a health food store, I think it's called Gaius Organic. But it's been there 9 years. It's been there 9 years, and me and my mom, we didn't even know it. So we went to another health food store up the street. Clearly they were too busy to help one customer. And then I'm like, do y'all have any sea moss? Because I went to get sea moss. Because y'all know sea moss is supposed to be good with metabolism and energy and all the other things. So I went to get some sea moss, and they only had like the plain. I was like, yeah, because I don't like plain sea moss. So he was like, no. And then they have like all the herbs on the wall and things. And I was kind of like, well, I wanted some echinacea, but my mom was like, oh, you got to wait till they help you. I'm like, let's go, because I'm impatient. That's something people probably don't know about me. I'm very impatient. Even with God, I'm kind of impatient, because I'll be like, Lord, when, So I'm very impatient. I don't have time. I just don't have time to wait on people. So if you see two people waiting, it's like you acknowledge that they're waiting. And then you say, give me a minute or 2 minutes to check these customers out, and then I'll help you. Like, we were just standing there, and they're like talking. Okay, so I'm going to take my business elsewhere since you just talking. So went down the street. And I was like, oh, there's another health food store. Didn't even know it was there. Went in there. Now it was very junky. Like, it was very like like cluttered. It was like, it was cluttered. And I was like beginning to be like claustrophobic. I was like, oh my God, it's cluttered in here. So I just started asking the girl everything that I wanted. And she got me just everything that I wanted. So then I ended up getting some green powder blend with wheatgrass. Wheatgrass is actually supposed to be good for your eyes. So because I wanted some wheatgrass. Art and Garden, they will juice the wheatgrass for you, but it's kind of expensive. And then spirulina. So spirulina, chlorella, hemp, alfalfa, moringa, barley, and kelp. Use 1 tablespoon, add to smoothies or juices. So I got this like blend. I've been doing a lot of research on like the different herbs and things like that we have been provided in the earth. So I'm going to try to detox my lymphatic system and try to do like a whole body cleanse. So I ended up getting some soursop bitters, and soursop bitters is good pretty much at cleaning. Let me see, y'all. Cleaning like all your organs. So, and I've taken soursop bitters before, and when I took this before, I immediately felt like results. Like I felt so much better. I wasn't sick or anything like that. My coworkers were getting sick. They're like, you're not sick? Nope. The minute I stopped taking like all of my vitamins that I was taking is the moment I got sick. The minute I stopped taking my vitamins. Y'all, I'm like, okay, I've got to get back on my vitamins because it's no way I can stay sick. I've been sick for 4 weeks, if y'all can hear my voice. So soursop bitters, I am a firm believer that it does help detoxify like your liver, your colon, your spleen. So you have to do like a whole body detox. I'm not a doctor. Let me put this disclaimer out there because I don't want nobody saying, oh, well, she takes this, so I'm going to, no. Talk to a holistic specialist, which is what I do. I always consult a holistic specialist because I don't know everything, and I don't know which herbs that you can't put together, you know. So I always, hey, can I take this and this? And then they're like, take this and this together. So you always just make sure you talk to like, I don't know, like, well, I don't know, because primary care providers, they don't be trying to tell you to get on like herbs of the earth. They be trying to like, okay, here's a prescription. Y'all, I've taken antibiotic. I've taken amoxicillin, 800 milligrams, still sick. So I'm like, clearly I need to detox my body because my body is trying to tell me something. So I got this to take this, and then I'm gonna like do my greens. So while I'm taking these things, I'm going to limit the amount of meat that I'm consuming. So maybe it's just fish, and I'm going to, on the weekend, I'm actually going to go get fish from the actual market, like the fish market. So I'm going to consume no chicken, no red meats, nothing processed. I haven't anyway. And just fresh fruits, vegetables, and fish maybe twice a week. So the next thing I got to help me clean my lymphatic system, because I really do think my lymphatic system is like inflamed, which is part of the reason why I think that I still have like these cold symptoms. So this is echinacea and golden seal. And it has, let's see. So I specifically asked her for liquid because, baby, I'm not about them pills life. I like my stuff instant. Like, even if I could put it under my tongue. So it says that you can put it in tea or water 1 to 4 times a day. So I'll probably do this like twice a day. Like in the morning and then at night. Like, I don't know, maybe before bed. So it has red clover, burdock root, peppermint leaf, bayberry, cayenne, echinacea, and golden seal. So I'm hoping that once I So I'm hoping that once I get back on my vitamins and herbs and my teas, that I start feeling a lot better, because y'all, it is like so exhausting. It's so exhausting. So that was what I did with my mom just now. So now when it comes to my son, okay, so if a lot of people haven't been following like my gossiping journey regarding like my son's special education needs, so last year August, he went to school for about a month. I ended up having to take him out of school because he was going to a private school for 2 years. So he was getting a scholarship, and that was covering like the whole tuition. Last year, for the 2024 school year, for the 2024 school year, they ended up finding a bigger school. So they moved to the bigger school, and then they raised the tuition maybe like, I don't know how much they raised the tuition, but they raised the tuition probably a couple $1,000s. So in 2024, so 2023 and 2024, his tuition had been fully covered with the SB 10. And the SB 10 gives special needs children like $10,000. And then you have to apply for the GOLS scholarship to see if they will cover like the rest. So last year, he starts school, and then they're like, oh, the remaining balance is like $8,000. Bro, what? What? 8,000 who? Okay, well, I'm going to have to take him out of school. And then the owner was like, no. Like, we can work something out. No, absolutely not. Like, what are we going to work out? Because he still has like another year. Even if we work something out this year, he still has another year. So I was like, I can't afford to pay y'all $1,000 a month for 8 months. No, I just can't. And if I did pay $1,000 a month, none of my bills, literally none of my bills would get paid. So I pretty much had to withdraw him from school like immediately. And my coworker told me about this online academy called Estelle, which it is a great school for children that aren't intellectually impaired or that do not have like an intellectual deficit. So my son has pervasive developmental delay. So instead of him being actually 17, he's kind of like a 10-year-old, but he still learns on like a 5-year-old grade level. So we're still working on timetables. We're still working on addition, subtraction. We're still working on him learning how to pay for things inside of like a grocery store, and he's 17. So my son he just cannot, like, if you send him in the store and tell, okay, go get this, and here's $20. He's just going to pick up, okay, I'm just going to pick up the mayonnaise. He won't even look at the price. He'll just pick it up. And then get to the counter, and they're like, you don't have enough. And he's looking like, okay, well, so, y'all, when I say frustrated to the 10th power, frustrated to infinity, actually, because I'm just thinking like, this just cannot be life right now. And this is also transparency moment. This is why I tell people I don't want any more children, because you don't know what they're going to come out like. And I feel like I would be a horrible parent if I bring another child in the world, which I'm not. And then my other child come out autistic too. So then now I have 2 children that are special needs. It's just like, that's not the kind of life that I wanted, and it's not the kind of life that as a parent that you think that your child is going to have. You don't even know what your child is going to come out like, unless they can see what your child looks like from the womb, or it has to be like a physical difference, like when you're pregnant, it's like, oh yeah, your child is gonna have Down syndrome because they have an extra chromosome. It's like, it has to be like a physical difference to know that, okay, your child may be like special needs. But mentally, you don't know until they're born that, okay, my child is going to have like some issues or some cognitive or intellectual deficits or some type of impairment. You don't know. So that alone has just deterred me. Oh no, I'm not having any more children. Absolutely not. I can't bring another child in this world. Don't know what they're going to be like, and not ruin their quality of life, but just, I don't know the word. Like, I just want his quality of life to be better. Some days I wish he was just normal. And he is normal. But I wish he did not have the deficits that he had, and he could be more independent, because he's going to have to depend on someone for the rest of his life. Even if I'm deceased and my mother is like, it's like, where is he going to go? So that's just something that I've been like really frustrated about, really thinking about, like, what happens when a loved one passes away and you have a special needs child? Like, what happens? I don't even know. So he's been doing the online school since August, or just say the beginning of September. Y'all, my son has not been doing practically anything. Like, he does the work, the easy assignments, and then he leaves the hard work incomplete. So then when I check his progress, it'll say, oh, he did 0 out of 30 steps this month. 0 out of 30 steps means he didn't do any assignments. And I'm paying $80 a month. $80 a month. And I'm like, you're not even trying. You're not. And then the assignments to me are very simple. Like, I would fly through them just like that, because the assignments may be 3-minute video and then 5 questions after the video, and then that's it. So you might do a whole lesson in 15 minutes. That's how simple it is, and it's self-paced, so it allows you to do the classes whenever you want. There's no deadline. You can get on at the end of the week. Monday through Friday, you could do nothing. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I mean, you can choose. You have the flexibility to choose when you want to do work, what time you want to, as long as you complete at least 40 steps a week. Sorry, y'all. I got to drink some water. So with that being said, I'm like, okay, I'm wasting money. I can actually put you back in public school. You're just going to have to deal with it. And I had a long talk with him, and he's like, no, I don't want to go back to public school. And I told my son, I'm sorry, but I'd rather put you back in public school because you need help that I cannot give you. I'm not a certified teacher. I'm not going to try to be. I'm not going to try to be. I'm already frustrated, y'all, to like the 10th power. I really am. And I'm like, what I'm going to do is put you back in public school at the end of February. At the beginning of March, you're going to start public school, and then I'm going to just find you a tutor. And that's the best that I can do, because if he goes to work with me, I can't sit with him. I still have to work. So, y'all have a cough drop to keep me from like having a coughing spell. But that is like where I am right now, y'all. And it's so hard, because if I had the money to just let him complete, the school where he was, I would totally just let him I would have let him stay there. But I didn't have the money, and I'm like, I'm not going to ask no family member. I'm not doing that, because I don't want to have to owe anyone. That's more stress. I've never asked people for anything ever. I don't beg for things. I'm very prideful. So I would not ask, or that's just how I am. I would like, if I would be struggling, like, and I would be struggling, and people would never know, because I don't ask for things. I don't beg. I just deal with it, and that's just how I am. I've always been strong like that. I've always been resilient, And that's really just part of my character. I'm not a beggar or anything like that. But y'all, I've been like that my whole my whole entire childhood. I would struggle to do like homework than to ask a teacher for help because I don't want to feel inadequate. And that's just something I've been working on literally like all my life. I really have. So when people see people like on social media, don't be so quick to think their life is so great at all. At all. That's why I don't envy people I see on the internet. I don't. Because I saw one influencer, her son is actually nonverbal. I don't know her name, but her son is actually nonverbal. But he self-harms. Like, he's a self-harmer. Like, it was so wild to actually see an episode of him self-harm himself. He was like hitting himself on the door. So I'm actually in a way blessed that my son is autistic, but he's on the spectrum socially. Like, he's high, I want to say in certain aspects of socialization, he's high functioning. And then other areas, he's like very low functioning. But I'm grateful that my son is like, he doesn't destroy property. He's verbal. He can talk. He can do things, clean up after himself. He can talk on the phone. Now, texting, no, because he struggles with writing and spelling. But I'm just like actually grateful that he's able to do things for himself. And he doesn't have to rely on other people to do like a lot for him. But we still have to do a lot, if that makes sense. Because I remember one time I've been trying to teach my son how to cook from a raw state to a cooked state. So we were cooking salmon. Y'all, he was about to eat raw salmon. I was like, son, that is not cooked. And that's why I told my mom, when we help him like cook raw food, we need to give him a thermometer so he can stick it in there, because sometimes with children that have autism, they need visual aids. And I was telling my mom, like, for me, I know when something's raw. He doesn't. He just thinks, oh, it was in there 13 minutes, like you said, and it's done. He's not realizing, oh, it's still pink in the middle and it looks raw, so I need to let it cook maybe for another 3 minutes. No. So I told my mom, we're probably just going to get him a thermometer. And, you know, hey, salmon is done, or this is done when it reads this temperature, like that. So I think that's what we're going to do. But anyway, that's my spiel. So I hope y'all enjoyed that part. So now I'm going to like put you face down, and I'm going to try to do like this really quick. I might actually just speed up the writing, but I don't know. I'm going to try to get it to where y'all can actually see me writing. I've been working on that because I know it's hard to see me writing when it's like face down and not like kind of like to the side a little bit. So I'm actually going to print some pictures out, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to write like a whole lot. I'm actually only going to do my memory keeping part on the video and not like my task list, because I really didn't do anything today. But I'm just going to do like my memory keeping part. So I'm going to like print out some pictures, and then I'm just really going to just like annotate or write like what the picture was for today. So we went to the bookstore, out to eat, took him out to eat. We went to Michael's. I didn't really see anything in Michael's. And then we passed Hobby Lobby. I was like, darn. And then we went to Goodwill, and I just kind of like, I got a couple books from Goodwill. So yeah, so I'm gonna put y'all face down, and then we're gonna like get the ball rolling. Okay, so I'm actually gonna make this quick because guess what? I only have 45% on on my other phone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this on. Hopefully it's charged good enough. Okay, so I'm going to go to the selfie app. And then I'm going to switch it from card to square format. And then go to photos. Go to little hearts. So 1, 2, 3. So it was something else. 1, 2, 3. It was something else that I was supposed to do, but I'll just use that picture. So I'm gonna slide to this one. And then now I am positioned right. Position, okay. I'm gonna actually change the position to up so I can actually see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna actually move this picture down. This picture is fine. Gonna move that picture a little up a little bit. Hopefully when I print these, they're not so dark. Hopefully, because I actually edited them on my phone. So hopefully when I print them, they're not like dark, because sometimes the picture have a tendency to darken on this particular one when I print them. Took a little minute, and it's probably because I changed the paper. But I love that I can change the paper between square and card on this. I absolutely love that. So I think now that I've been printing with both sizes, I think I love the square more, because when I print with the square, the pictures also come out square and they come out big enough for you to see, versus printing with the 2x3. The 2x3, it just makes the picture like rectangular, and I really don't like rectangular shaped pictures unless they're book titles. So I think that this size, oh yeah, it came out really, really good, because if you see that, okay, let me turn that off. Yeah, it came out really, really good, because I edited them before I printed them. So if you can see that, so I know a lot of people was asking which one is better. The CP1500 is better, obviously, because it's a bigger instant printer. The QX20 is, I mean, it's better than a Zinc Technology instant printer. But if you can kind of like see, like the picture, I'm going to actually zoom in. Sometimes it kind of like feathers the picture to me. I don't know the correct photography word for it, but to me, I just feel like it kind of feathers the actual picture. But this looks really, really, really good. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this, because I don't want my phone to die while I'm recording this video. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. I wish that was perforated and you didn't have to like really cut that off like that. But I just absolutely love the square pictures better, because it gets more of the picture in. And I think these look absolutely better than the rectangular ones. So I'm going to use these, and these are actually self-adhesive, so I don't need any adhesive. And let's see where I am. So this was yesterday. I'm gonna like fill this out later, probably tomorrow or something. Just back journal that. So I already did my layout, and what I'm going to do is quickly put these stickers down. So I may use this sticker because I actually do like that. But I am going to use these stickers. These are by Dream Plan Live. I think it's Dream Plan Live. Yeah, I don't think it's Dream Plan Live. I think it's Dream Plan Live. And then I'm going to like use this washi tape. And then I'm going to use like this washi tape cutter. Really, I mean, it's just a card, but washi tape cutter. So let's see. This washi tape right here is actually from the Modern Journaler. I don't know if she has this on her website anymore. I got this when I was, you know, PRing for her. So I just thought it would be like really cool maybe if I could use this, I think. And I like it because of the typewriter looking words, and I just thought it fit the stickers as well. I thought about putting some up here, and I've been trying to use my stash because y'all already know that I gave away a lot of washi to the Goodwill, so, but I'm trying to do better at using what I have in this planner. I hate when that does that. Trying to smooth that out so I can bend the paper. So should I put some up here? Maybe I should just put a little bit here. So love that washi. And then I wanted to add this. And I wanted to add this because it's like a grid looking washi. And this actually is a Tim Holtz washi. So I don't know how this is gonna look, but I've been just experimenting lately with washi and just seeing like what I like and don't like in this planner, because the paper is Tomo River paper. Oh, I hate when that happens. Let me turn this around. I hate when it makes the paper like that. Ew. That gets on my nerves. I'm gonna put something right here, so that's actually gonna like cover that. And this is not buckling because I have stickers on the opposite side. So this washi tape is like so tacky. I'm just gonna do it like this and turn this around. Okay, so that is out of the way. So now I'm actually going to lay my stickers down with these tweezers. So if she has these stickers in the shop, y'all know I will link these below in the description. And I just absolutely love these because guess what, y'all? A bookstore. Let's see. And today I'm not really too worried about I'm not really worried about like, oh, it doesn't really match. I'm really getting out of like, oh, this has to match. This has to match. I just want to like get these stickers down, you know, and just journal, because once I journal in it, it's gonna look way better anyway with my writing. So I don't really care anymore about like certain things like not matching. Wait. I really wanted to use, I'm trying to see. Let me put this. So what I may end up doing is using like 2 over there for tomorrow, for today. Cause see how big these are compared to, let me show y'all. These are like wider compared to these, which is why I like this size, because it's thinner. But I know I'm gonna like use this one. Just have to make sure I have like enough room. Maybe I do have enough room. If I just move that down and right underneath, and then I can write probably, okay. Probably gonna have to do it like this and then like this. Okay, so I may have to do it like that. So probably can like stick this one. And then these two, I'm probably just gonna like not use those. Okay, so now I'm going to just go ahead and put these down. And y'all, I've been reading Sweet Little Hearts by Shanora Williams. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I've been crying like the entire book. It's such a good romance story. I'm talking about, it's such a good romance story. Shanora Williams, oh my gosh, y'all. She can write. So if you're into romance, you definitely should check her out. Yes, you definitely should check her out. That book is so good. I just started it yesterday and I read 200 pages of it last night. And I wanted to finish. Maybe I should do it like this. And I really, really, really wanted to finish, but so for this one, I'm actually going to cut this down a little bit. So it's going to be like elongated a little bit. It's going to look like a rectangle because I want to stick this here. So all I'm going to do now is actually just write like captions underneath the picture. So sometimes with journaling, no, you do not have to like write like a whole page. You know, sometimes that's not what journaling is about. Sometimes you might not feel like writing at all. Like today, I really don't feel like writing as much as I did on Thursday. I really don't. And as you can see, I write a lot. Like I write a lot. But, and sometimes, see, like here, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just write what the actual pictures are about. Sometimes I do write a lot. Sometimes I don't. If you can see that. Like this day, I actually skipped around. Not skipped around. I actually didn't write 2 lines per grid. I actually wrote 1 line per grid. And I only wrote enough just about the picture to highlight how my day was. So some days you may not want to write a lot. And you don't have to write a lot. Who says you have to write a lot in order to journal? So some days, like this day, I wrote a lot because I was feeling a lot. But today I just want to highlight like these pictures. And then tomorrow, what I may end up doing is I may end up writing a lot tomorrow. So let me get my fountain pen. I thought I was going to use this, but guess not. It's kind of too big, and then I meant to put it down here, and then yeah, so we're not gonna worry about that. I'm going to be using, oh no, y'all, why y'all let me do this? I forgot to write memory keeping. Let's see. Okay. Darn. Maybe I can just do it up here. This is why I always do this before I decorate. Always, always, always. So my son, y'all, loves freaking Golden Corral. I'm like, dude, bro, you love Golden Corral. So that is pretty much what I am doing for today in today's video, because I think this video has now been an hour. If you stayed to the end, you already know what to do. Put a green heart in the comments. Let me know what kind of planners you have. What do you journal in your planners? If you have planners that you use for journaling, let me know some of your tips, layouts, techniques for journaling. But like I said, if you stay to the end of the video, put a green heart in the comments for engagement. Until next time, thanks for watching, y'all. Bye.